How many rich people do you know? If you know any, you would realize that rich people are different. Not different in how they look or talk, although that may be the case, but different in their mindset and how they live their lives. You see, rich and successful people understand what is required to be rich, and they don't usually share these things with others. It's secret information that you can get either through knowing a rich person or through doing research and having life experiences. If you want to learn what these things are, I am here today to share them with you. There are 8 things that wealthy people understand very well and that most others don't. So without further ado, let's get right into it. The first thing is that salary by itself won't make you rich. It is mathematically impossible to get truly rich only with a salary. Let's exclude athletes and corporate executives, and we are left with the people in the middle, those who can make up to high 6 figures and think they can be truly rich. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're very close from being in poverty. Your job can let you go at any time, and then you would have to fend for yourself. If you're making 6 figures, you have the illusion that you're making a lot. But after taxes and expenses, if you live in a big city, it will take you years to save up only for your first million. The strategy of saving and buying a house and being rich one day, it will not work. I'm sorry to break it to you, but you must find another way to make money outside of your salary. The second thing is to know the difference between good debt and bad debt. You see, debt is not created equally. What matters with debt is where will the money be used. Bad debt, which is what most people have, is money used to acquire depreciating assets that don't generate any cash. For example, people using debt to furnish their apartments or buying the latest PlayStation 5. Can you imagine that people actually do that? Good debt, on the other hand, is used to acquire either appreciating assets or assets that can generate some income. Good debt will increase your net worth in the long run, as you will make more from it than the interest it costs you to borrow it. The third thing is to always pay yourself first. Rich people all do this. They pay themselves first, before the government, before the fancy cars and vacations, before anything. They understand that a portion of what they generate will directly go to them, and you must do the same thing. You must take a portion of your profits and either allocate it in your savings account or an investment portfolio, or even reinvest it in your business. How do you want to become rich if you don't even keep some of what you make for yourself? That's impossible. Most people just take all of their paychecks and spend it on useless stuff. Designer clothes, fancy cars they can't afford. These things won't save you at the end of the day. They will only keep you poor. There will be a time when you can afford all these luxuries easily and they won't even impact your finances. But this time isn't now. You must reach the level where you have money coming in effortlessly before you can spend your money on other things than yourself. Invest in your education, invest in your business, and save money. That's what will make a real difference in your life down the line. The fourth thing is that inflation is silently robbing you. Inflation is something that works in the shadows of the capitalistic society we live in. Prices increase, sometimes slower, other times faster, and it impacts your purchasing power. The money you're able to save up is worth less and less over time, and you're getting robbed in a way by this inflation. So the price of bread went up $1. That's okay, you might think. Well, no, it's not okay. You're getting robbed every time you go shopping. Were you able to save $10,000 5 years ago? Well, it's only worth $5,000 now. How great is that? It means that you must invest your capital just to beat inflation. The fifth thing is that investing will set you free. You must understand that money in a savings account will be worth half its value in a few years' time. The only protection against that inflation is to allocate your capital so that it generates return above the inflation rate. You have no other choice but to invest. Money invested in stocks, dividends, or crypto has the potential to double, triple, or even do 100x. If you look at a chart of the S&P 500 in the last century, over the long term, the chart will always show positive returns. The best thing you can do is to learn about different asset classes, understand the basics of finance and investing, and start investing. That's the only way your saved money can be useful to you in your quest to become rich. The sixth thing that rich people know is that not trying is worse than trying and failing. If you try something and fail, who cares? You learned a valuable lesson from it and expanded your knowledge. If you never try anything, you will never learn nothing. And if you don't learn, you won't earn. You probably have some ideas sitting in the back of your mind that you could execute but are not because you fear for the worst. That's not how you should think about it. You should see it all as learning opportunities. You can't expect to ever win in life if you're afraid to look stupid for a moment. Every millionaire and billionaire will tell you that you must go out there and at least try. You must put efforts toward achieving your goal and try your best, even if you fail. It's not about winning and failing, it's about the number of iterations. The more iterations you can do, the better your odds of succeeding will be. The seventh thing is that everything is sales. Sales is the art of persuasion, and everything in life is about communications and sales. Think of all the time you've tried to persuade someone. It could be your friends when you proposed them to go out somewhere, a girl when you wanted to date her, a job interview when you wanted to get hired. It's all sales. You are trying to sell yourself. Selling is the act of convincing, and you will be good at it if you have good people skills. If you get good with people, you can master sales. That skill will be very important once you run a business. When you think about it, all revenues in a business came from a sale. There is no way around it. You must either sell a product or a service to someone if you want to make some real money. So learn human psychology and how people think, and you will be able to sell anything. Finally, the eighth thing is to find someone who's always ahead of you. If you're always around people on your level, how do you expect to progress? You need three types of people in your life. People below you who you can help, people on your level who you can build with, and people above you to learn from. Mentors will pull you forward in life and make you save years of work. You can learn from other people's experiences. You now know some of the hidden secrets of rich people. You have that knowledge, and the next step is for you to execute and implement them in your life. Becoming rich is by no way an easy task. It will take lots of sacrifices. You will go through hardship and misery, and people will doubt you. But at the end of the day, the whole journey will be very worth it. There's multiple ways to achieve the life you want, but there are only a few principles that rich people live by, and I've shared with you some of the most important ones. On this note, make sure to share with us your goals and aspirations in the comments below, and subscribe to our channel. Keep working, and until next time.